All right, good morning. Since we're going to be gone today, I'm going to show you how to do the Cad drafting project in Vectorworks. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up the project file that says drafting project number 2 version 2024. And when you open it, it'll look like this. It'll just be a blank page, but you have to make sure you use this template. If you just open up a blank Vectorworks document, this won't work. So you're going to open up this template, and what we're going to do is hopefully you have watched the Vectorworks tools video that I sent to you, or that I had you watch. So we're actually going to create a 3-dimensional object first in this situation. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to make sure that our workspace here is set to Spotlight, which it is, okay, which will give us the tools that we need here on the side. And then we're going to just begin to sort of draw the a top view of the object that we have. So first thing I'm going to do here, just for the heck of it, is I'm going to change my view to just top view, and you'll see that it gives me a new sort of 3-dimensional grid of my object. And I'm going to begin by just creating some rectangles here. So I'm going to begin by creating a step. So I've double-clicked on my rectangle tool, and I'm going to enter the width of the steps. So we know the steps are 3 feet wide, right? And we know that the depth of, or the height, if you will, of the step is 1 foot. So here's our little handle over here that we have. So we have this handle that'll tell us where we're going to do it. And so when I click on this, that's where my cursor will be, is where that little dot is. So I'm going to click OK, and you'll see there it is. And I'm going to place it here down on this red line in the middle of the page, and I'm going to click on it, and that places it there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to use this mirror tool, and we'll want to make sure that it's set on duplicate mode, not over here on just standard mode. If it's standard mode, it just flips it, but duplicate, it's going to flip it and make a copy of it. So now I'm going to just bring it over here, and I'm going to click and drag, and you can see there's a little blue line up above it, and click, and there we have it. There it's placed it there right above it. So I'm going to make another one. Just going to click and drag, and there we have that. Now you're going to say, but Mr. Helms, the top stair is 1'6". So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our object information palette over here, and we can change this by going to the height and changing this to 1'6" and hitting enter, and automatically that adjusts the rectangle for us. Now we just got to put in our side piece over here, and so I'm going to double click on this again, and so we know that the width of it is 1 foot, right? And that the height of it is 3 feet 6 inches. And I'm going to click over here on this handle so that when I go to draw it, it'll be on the lower right hand corner. And I'm going to come over here, and I should have told you this at the beginning, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. See how it clicks over here? So in order to make that happen, I'm going to click it on there. So in order to make it click like that, you need your snapping tools set, and the snapping tools are up here. So you want to make sure that this one is on, Snap to Object, and this one is on, Smart Points. You want to make sure at least that those two are on, okay? Now, so essentially we almost have our top view done, but since we're making a three-dimensional object, we're going to go ahead and do that. And in order to make something three-dimensional, you have to we have to extrude it. So extruding in 3D means that you're pulling up a height on it. So I'm going to click on this first step. I'm going to come up here to model, and I'm going to click on extrude, and it's going to ask me how high I want my extrusion to be. Now we know that the steps are 6 inches, so I'm going to click 6 inches and click OK. And you're going to say, wow, it doesn't look like we've done anything. But we have. I'll show you here in a second. If I switch my view to right isometric, you can see that that little box now, or that little square, is suddenly a box. So now I can go through and do the rest of these. So if I click on this one and I extrude it, so it'd be 6, actually it will be 12 inches. And we click on that, and then I'm going to select this one, and you know they're selected because they turn orange. And I'm going to extrude that one, and I'm going to make that 18 inches. All right, and then this last one, this piece over here, we're going to extrude, and you'll remember that that piece is 2 feet. So there we go. We kind of have all of these selected and created, and you're saying, well, wait a minute, Mr. Helms, what about the little triangle thing on this side? So I'm going to show you how to do that. If you come over here and make sure that your tool sets, on your tool set you create, you have your three-dimensional tools selected, which is this one right here. So if you do 3D modeling, you want to click on that. You have other different ones here, but this one is the one you want, is the 3D modeling. And this tool here, right here, it's called the chamfer edge tool. You're going to click on that, and then we have to come up here to the little wrench and thing, which is how we set our preferences. And we want to do the setback. Now that's the measurement back from the edge, which was 9 inches. So we're going to do that, and we're going to click OK, and then you'll see our cursor has a little red line on it, and we're going to line this up on this line right here, because this is the part we want to cut away. So we're going to click on that, and then we're going to click this checkbox over here, and voila, that's done. So in essence, you've created the whole thing in 3 dimensions. Now, important step before we move on. So now we're going to select the whole thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my cursor back on my little arrow, and I'm going to drag it until all of it turns orange. And then I'm going to come up here to model, and I'm going to add solids. And what this is going to do is going to take each one of those individual blocks, and it's going to add them all together into one block. And we'll do that right now. And there you go. That's what it looks like. So that's our step unit right there, like that. So I'm just kind of twirling it around here so you can see what I mean. All right, so we've created the model. Now let's go back to the top view, or to the, well, either top plan or top view, either one. So what we're going to do is that we're going to create a different drawing with this. So we're on our top view here, and what we're going to do is I'm going to first of all, I'm going to select my my drawing, and I want the line widths to be right. So I'm going to come over here to attributes, and I'm going to click on this, which is our line thickness, and I'm going to set it to 25, which makes the lines thicker. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here to view, and we're going to create multiple viewports. We're going to set it to 1/2 inch equals 1 foot. We're going to do a third angle projection, a front, a top, a right, and then we're going to add an isometric view to this. And then we're just going to click OK. And it places them on our drawing, and I'll just take this now and update all viewports. And there's our drawing. Now, they're not exactly in the right place. We want a little more room here at the bottom. So I'm just going to drag and highlight these two. I'm going to click over here on the corner till I get this little X thing, this cross thing. And then I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to hold down my Shift key and slide it up just a little bit to give us a little more room at the bottom. Okay. So there we go. Now all we need to do at this point is now we need to put in our measurements. So in order to do that, the actual scale of this drawing, this particular sheet, is actually in complete scale. So if I tried to measure it, if I came over and got my measurement tool and actually measured across here like this and pulled it out, you'll see that it says 2 inches. Now we know that that's not right. Okay? So how you have to do this is, I'm going to delete that, and how you have to do it is you have to double click on each viewport. So I'm going to start here at this one. I'm going to double click on it. We're going to edit annotations. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to take now my measuring tool, and I'm going to begin to drop in measurements for this. So I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. I'm going to click here and click here, and again I've got my snapping on so it'll snap right to the corners. I'm going to pull it out about this far. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to do another one, click there and there, and then I'm going to pull it out until it snaps to the other one and click OK, and another one here, another one there, pull it out, and there we go. And then we're supposed to do the big measurement on the outside, so I'm just going to pull it out like that. All right. Then we have a measurement here, that's 1 foot, and we have a measurement here, that's 3 foot, and we have a big measurement, that's 4 feet. Now we're going to click on our type tool, and we're going to click right underneath it here in the middle, and we're going to type in all caps, top view. And we're going to hit enter. And then we're going to exit the viewport annotation. Okay, so we've updated that one. The next one we're going to do is we're going to come down here underneath it here. So I'm going to click over here and get to my cursor. I'm going to select this one. I'm going to double click it again. And we're going to do annotations once again. And now we're going to go through and put the measurements in for this one. And again, you're going to pull this out and click there. Pull it out again, click there, and pull it out again and click there. Then we're going to come over here and click over here. And then we're going to click across the bottom here. And we're good to go there. And now we're going to type front view in all caps and hit enter. And then we're going to exit this viewport. All right, next we're going to come over here and we are going to double click on this one. And we're going to change the annotations for this one. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. I'm going to grab my measuring tool. I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here and I'm going to pull it out like that. Then I'm going to click here and I'm going to click here on this point and I'm going to pull it out till it lines up with the other one. We're going to do the same thing on the top here. And this one, click on these two corners and run it up here. And then we're going to click across the bottom here, and we have 3 foot 6 inches. Then we're going to line up our type by, if I come over here and I click on this, you'll see that there's a little red square on there. That means we're lined up. So now I'm going to come over here and click in the middle, and I'm going to write right side view and hit enter. All right, and exit that viewport. Now the last one we're going to do is this one here, and so I'm going to double click on this one, and I'm going to change the annotations. And this one we're not going to measure because it's a isometric view, it's sort of foreshortened. So we're just going to come over here and we're going to type, get in the middle here and type right isometric view, and then hit return, and in parentheses we're going to write not to scale. Hit enter, and then hit exit viewport annotation. All right, so for the most part your drawing is pretty much done. The only thing you have to do now is you have to put a title block on it. So let me show you how to do this. To the title block, and you'll see it says 1 inch block. I'm going to double click on this, and what you're going to see, and this is going to freak you out, is that this is really big. You're just going to put it down here in the corner until it kind of snaps on the corner of the page, and click twice. And then you're going to come up here to your cursor, and what you're going to do now is you're going to come over here to the object info palette, and you're going to go scaling, and you're going to put symmetrical. So what you're going to do now is you're going to enter 0.042. And you'll see that it makes that small. So now I'm just going to take this just for the heck of it, and I'm going to line it up a little better so it's not right on the corner. Anyway, there we go. Now, this thing has a data block over here on the object info. So if you click on the data block, then what you're going to do is you're going to name the drawing, and you're going to call it Orthographic projection. Then you're going to not worry about the show name, and you're not going to worry about these two, but you're going to put your name. So, and you're going to enter your initials under drawn by, and then you're going to put today's date, which would be 2/19/25, and hit enter. And you are done. That's the drawing. And then what you're going to do when you're all done with it is you're going to save this. So save it as my drawing, or put your name. Oop, spelled my name wrong. And then you're going to save it to your desktop, and then you're going to upload it to As You Learn. Now, if you have downloaded a version from Apple As You Learn, if you've downloaded the newest version, which is probably Vectorworks 2025, what I want you to do is I want you to go, now listen carefully, this is important, I want you to go to File, and instead of Save As, I want you to go to Export, and I want you to export it as there should be at the top of this, there should be something that says Export Vector as Vectorworks 2024 file. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to name it again, and then you're going to save it that way. Okay? So that's if you've gone to the Vectorworks site and have downloaded that thing. Okay? So, hope this makes sense. I hope this helps. Follow it step by step and you should be just fine. So, thank you and good luck.